If zombie movies have tiers, then this film is definitely top tier. The zombies here are not just fast but can climb 100-meter walls effortlessly. The zombie count is terrifyingly high. They could trample people to death without betting. Note this is a 180mm production. It's a masterpiece. Highly recommend watching it with friends. Watch together. The story is set in Philadelphia, USA. Jack's family planned a trip but got stuck in heavy traffic. He went for a walk and was about to return when he heard a distant violent explosion. A traffic cop told everyone to get back in their cars, but the next second he was hit by a truck. Realizing something was wrong, Jack used the truck to clear a path and escape, but suddenly a fire truck rushed out, causing a collision and accident. Fortunately, with seatbelts, the family was unharmed. By now, the street was in complete chaos. The zombie virus broke out on a larger scale. People were constantly attacked and bitten. These zombies are extremely fast and their combat power is off the charts. Once targeted, survival chances are slim. Moreover, those bitten turn completely mad in just 12 seconds. In panic, found an RV and drove his family to the suburbs. In just minutes, Philadelphia completely fell. Soon after, Jack got a call from his UN contact, Old Black, saying he'd pick him up in an hour before retiring. Jack was an excellent investigator. Now the organization needs him, but his daughter had an asthma attacks, so Jack had to find medicine first. They found the nearest supermarket, but the situation was grim. Everyone was looting supplies. Due to urgency, he had to split up with his wife. When Jack came out, they saw someone trying to snatch food from his wife had decisively shot and killed the person. Apocalypse or not, there's no room for humanity. At this moment, a policeman approached. Jack immediately raised his hands, but the policeman ignored him, more focused on grabbing cans in the apocalypse. After leaving the supermarket, they found their RV was stolen. At this time, he got another call from Old Black saying the helicopter wouldn't arrive until tomorrow. Helpless, Jack had to lead his family to a nearby apartment. They faced numerous zombie attacks on the way and were taken in by a Mexican family. After resting for a night, Jack suggested they leave together, but they thought fighting here was safer. Jack didn't insist, prepared weapons and protective gear, and set off with his family. As they entered the corridor, they were attacked by zombies. Jack shot one down, but the gunshot attracted more zombies. They ran towards the rooftop. The zombies were extremely fast, and Jack had to cover their retreat, but he was still knocked down by a zombie. At the critical moment, a gunshot rang out. It was the Mexican family's young boy. After Jack's family left, zombies broke through their door and Donley the boys revived. Upon reaching the rooftop, his wife lit a flare, successfully signaling the helicopter. When Jack reached the rooftop, ran straight to the building's edge without hesitation. Counting to 12 seconds, she finally breathed a sigh of relief. It turned out that when the zombie knocked him down, blood splattered into his mouth. If he showed signs of mutation, he would jump off without hesitation to ensure his family's safety. At this moment, the helicopter arrived, but the zombie horde also reached the rooftop. Jack blocked the exit to buy time for his wife and daughter. Cover fire. Jack's family boarded the helicopter successfully. The helicopter flew over the sea and landed on a warship. Surrounded by water, the zombies couldn't approach. For now, Old Black told Jack that the virus had spread globally and the president was infected and gone. The situation was out of control, but the government knew nothing about the virus. Only South Korea sent emails saying the mutants were zombies. The captain asked Jack to escort an expert to South Korea to understand the situation. Jack initially refused, but the captain said they don't keep Idler Shear. If he didn't go, his family would be expelled from the ship. For his family's safety, Jack had to agree. On the planet, the expert was confident. He believed that according to nature, everything has its nemesis. As long as we find it, the virus can be easily resolved. Jack thought it made sense. The expert seemed capable. Now it should be stable. However, as soon as the plane landed, they were attacked by zombies. The expert, who usually only bragged online, had never seen such a scene. Scared, he turned and ran back to the plane, but slipped and accidentally shot himself. Eventually, nearby US troops helped bringing them back to the base. Now the expert was gone, and Jack didn't know how to report to his superiors. While he was at a loss, the CIA agent detained in the camp said that Israel had built high walls before the zombie outbreaks, sealing off the entire country. They seemed to have anticipated it. To get more clues, he needed to find someone named Jurgen there. Time was pressing. Jack decided to set off immediately. After a night's flight, they quickly reached their destination. Jack told the pilot to stay on the plane, ready to evacuate. Anytime Ledby Captain Jack met Jurgen successfully. It turns out Israel built walls surely because they intercepted an Indian military report stating Indians were combating zombies. Building walls on an unverified report found taught, Jurgen explained, Israel implemented a 10th man rule. meaning if 9 agree on something, the 10th must challenge and prove them wrong. Jurgen was that 10th man. This approach made Israel the safest nation. Refugees from all countries gathered here. In this digital age, losing internet and power is tedious. So everyone entertained themselves. Some influencers took microphones to perform live singing, but our awful singing disturbed zombies outside. Zombies gathered, stacking like human pyramids, climbing the wall bit by bit. Within minutes, zombies breached the wall, crashing down like dumplings. The city instantly fell into chaos. Soon Jack was overwhelmed. He saw an old man and thin children among the zombies. The city descended into chaos instantly. Bored crowds started panicking and fleeing. Zombies quickly attacked people. Helicopters arrived outside trying to block zombie attacks, but there were too many zombies. Few bullets had no effect on the zombie horde. During evacuation, Jack noticed a bald boy among zombies who wasn't attacked. He didn't have time to think and kept running. A female soldier covering the rear was bitten on her finger. Knowing the virus spreads fast, Jack didn't wait for consent and cut off her hand. After 12 seconds, she didn't mutate. Meanwhile, the rescue plane flew to Ulo, was swarmed by zombies and crashed. Their rescue ship outside saw the chaos and chose to flee. Fortunately, there was an unused passenger plane ahead. He and soldiers quickly stopped it. Jack told the pilot to stay ready to evacuate. In minutes, Israel became a living hell. While treating the soldiers' wound, Jack recalled the elderly and the thin children among zombies. He had a bold hypothesis. Jack contacted Old Black asking to land at the nearest CDC center. But before landing, something went wrong with the plane. At that moment, a dog barked non-stop at their restroom. As the flight attendant opened the door, a zombie attacked her. Soon the cabin's tail was in chaos. Jack quickly organized people to block the luggage, causing luggage to fall and attract zombies. The barrier was breached. Seeing they couldn't hold, Jack threw a grenade into the horde. A miracle happened. Honestly, throwing a grenade on a plane, I was confused watching it. Zombies were blown away by airflow, but the plane lost control. It crashed shortly after. A miracle occurred. Jack survived and the female soldier died. D2? They helped each other to the nearby CDC center, then fainted from exhaustion. After 48 hours without contact, the captain thought Jack was dead and expelled his family from the ship. When Jack woke up 3 days later, CDC researchers rescued him. Jack reported to Old Black only to learn his family was expelled. He was furious and almost quit, but for humanity he shared his idea with the researchers. He believed zombies only target healthy people, ignoring the terminally ill. If a foul but curable pathogen was injected for camouflage, he'd be invisible too. Zombies researchers agreed it made sense. They had a zombie locked up here, but pathogens were in zone already overrun by zombies. To test this theory, Jack had to take the risk. He was joined by the female soldier and our researcher. As long as they stayed quiet, they wouldn't attract zombies. But their searcher panicked and bumped a cabinet. Zombies were drawn in. The soldiers hot one but attracted more zombies. They banged the stairs making noise to lure zombies, allowing 2 others to get pathogens. But there were more zombies than expected, and the lab was surrounded. Thus, Old Iran researcher abandoned the mission and retreated to Zone A. After zombies were diverted, Jack entered the lab. Without the researcher, he couldn't identify pathogens. He had to randomly pack some Buddha. Left a zombie appeared at the door. Helpless, Jack decided to test on himself. Jack chose to inject himself, but the risk was high. A wrong injection could kill him instantly. Even if he survived, it might not work against zombies. After hesitating, he wrote, "Tell my family I love them," and randomly injected a pathogen. After waiting, his body showed no sign. So bravely opened the door. As expected, zombies didn't attack him. Holding the samples, Jack calmly drank a Kulith and made noise to attract all zombies. he succeeded. Moreover, the pathogen He injected was curable. In the end, Jack reunited with his family and vaccines began mass production distributed worldwide.